This time around, Earthlings, we'll be talking about the city that's been submerged for 25 years, as well as about the guy that spilled in the sand 3 times in one day and broke his personal best. Luckily, he didn't break anything. But first, we must get to this exciting place. Pampas, they look a little bit like this. A very fertile, flat land with plenty of water. I don't even see any proper irrigation. In order to farm these large spaces, you need shed loads of machinery that is passing me by all the time. I will just show you an example of a farm factory in the move, but sometimes there's like 4 or 5 of them in a row. Large tractor, combine harvester, bit of fuel and water, some spare parts and tools, and a house to live in on the move. What I'm trying to visit, it's a tourist village called Villa Epequen, at the side of the lake Epequen. This lake is a part of 4 lakes, and it's one of those lakes that doesn't run into the sea, but all the water comes into for these lakes, and the only means of water receding, disappearing, is by evaporation. The water in the lake is full of salts and minerals, and it's being advertised as having healing properties. So in 1920s, the town was built at the side of the lake, especially because the city itself was connected with Buenos Aires, therefore easily reachable by the tourists. Life was looking up for about 2,000 residents of the city, but on the 6th of November 1985, a rare weather pattern broke up, and the dam that was protecting the city broke and the waters poured into the city. Slowly at last, there was no casualties, but they covered the city with about 10 meters of water. And as the only means of the waters dissipating is evaporation, it took global warming and about 25 years till the city is visible again and on dry land. In 2013, the very houses on the very outskirts of the town was slowly being visible and getting on dry land. So a guy called Pedro Novak moved into the city in 2013, and the city finally had 1 resident once more. Sadly, he died in 2nd January 2024, so now this is officially a ghost town, 0 residents. Now the city is dry again and a national park, so you can walk around and see what Mother Nature can do with the city in a couple of years' time. It does look something out of some horror, disaster or zombie movie. And this is where I'm gonna have my morning coffee. This building is one of the main features, I think, of Epequen that's still remaining standing, and it was an abattoir designed by an Italian architect, which I think it shows. Yes, and it's still here. Only very few places get a SEO ADV sticker for being super odd or super cool. Let's see, does anybody even know? Oh.
No, but somebody even more loaded by mine. As it should be if you go around the world. Anyway, let's put it here. Hop. And hop. My dear sticker. I wish her a happy hanging. Okay, let's go and have a look inside. Hello! Birds. So just a quick visit. Everything fine? Plenty of bugs. I don't think I'll disturb you anymore. Oh, and a pigeon. And also the surrounding, look at it. Very post-apocalyptic. I think if things go to shit, that's pretty much how it would look. But I hope it won't. Power of nature. He can be your ally, or in a jiffy can fuck you up. And then, after decades, release you again. Odd. And now actually I'm on my way to a city proper that's been completely submerged. See how that looks like. Oh look, we have a swing. But some sort of beach is still here. This preliminary was a beach town, how it started, because the water of the lake are full with minerals, so yeah, it was a very popular spot until.
So here we are, Epecuén proper. There was nobody here, so I just had a little stroll around town.
Here we are, downtown Epecuén. Look, this is the main street. And how it looked like it. Well, it doesn't look like it anymore. School. Number 17. Don't play with Mother Nature. 1 second you're there, the next second you're not. What is this? Ah. Pupils. And in its glory days looked very much like this. Look over there. And I can see the floor is gone, but the stairs are still there. This is very much devastation on a massive scale. 10th of November 1985. That's where it all started. 16 hotels, 150 houses, 50 businesses. All gone. Another interesting thing. Hell Azul. Very important one, the first one to flood it. But the people from that will recognize this green vehicle. When I was growing up, they were everywhere. It was the cheapest car you could get, called Ficho. Zastava 600, I think. Or if you are a proper boy racer, 750. They were everywhere in Yugoslavia, obviously also in Argentina.
Let's have a spin in Epecuén High Street.
The interesting thing is that town itself, it's still occasionally in the water, because this lake doesn't have an outlet. It doesn't flow to the sea, it just gets filled up, and the only reason how full it is through the evaporation. So it's only due to the global warming that the town is now slowly reappearing.
It's only from the air that you understand the scale of the devastation. I was planning to fly the drone more around it, but very strong winds prevented it. Okay, I got a little bit sidetracked here because we concentrated on the town, but journey to this town, for me at least, it wasn't all that easy. As I tried 3 different routes and failed on 3 occasions. One was because there was so much mud on the road and actually part of the road was missing, and I fell on the bike twice, which doesn't really happen to me, well, much anyway. But the sand is a completely new thing to me, so I was learning my sand lesson rather fast. About 10 minutes later, Huso and myself landed up in a ditch.
You can probably tell what happened here. I mean, look. Dust. Anyway, I'm okay, so let's carry on.
But first, my first experience of picking up a bike in sand. It was fun. But first, lightening the load, preparing the bike, getting mentally into the right shape of mind, saying a little prayer, reviewing and deeply analyzing all the videos you see on YouTube and all the different techniques, analyzing a bit more. And then finally, the moment of truth is here. You tension up your muscles, pull up, possibly pass a little bit of wind, but success. Just a thought, if you want to practice this technique, do not do it on the asphalt. Do it in a sand, do it in a grass, do it on a slope. It's very much different than what I've seen on YouTube so far. After I picked the bike up, I had a little play around and tried to understand what I was doing wrong. And pretty much everything. But the main problem was, even though the road is really wide, the trucks and all the cars only use the left hand side, that is way more compact to where I went. So the right hand side, it's comparable to you skiing on a normal slope that's been prepared, and all of a sudden you just go completely unprepared into the deep snow. And that's what took my front tires away. And of course it helps you to go 60 kilometers an hour rather than 5 kilometers an hour. Driving away was understandably a rather pathetic affair. This was the first time that happened to me. As you know, in Slovenia we don't have any sand, so I'm a completely newbie here. So I was just trying to work out what and how and so on. I also wasn't aware that you have many different varieties of sand. You have a sand like this. If you see the stones with the sand, you're fine. If you see grass with the sand, you're fine. If you don't see anything, you are in trouble. I do now fully understand the saying, when in doubt, gas out. because this would never happen if I would charge or descend with about 60 kilometers an hour. But sadly, my brain is at the moment preventing me doing so. And as I was thinking about how to deal with this sand situation and probably overthinking it, of course it happened again. On this occasion, it was not just a gentle dismount, it was a proper out. Even now my ribs hurt, and for the first week it was a bit of an agony.
Here we are. This is number 3 for today. I tried to see this special place. Village was sunken by the waters. I tried 3 different roads. They all like this. So this is my fall number 3.
The only thing that's left now is to pick it all up and carry on like nothing happened. Even though I learned it later, I don't know if I broke my ribs, but I definitely had problem breathing for the next couple of days, and I had real problem getting up from a lying down position. But I am fine now. And out of nowhere, help arrives in the shape of Isermo. He was
Hello. You mind? Gracias. This is Guillermo. Ali. Hello. Okay. ¿De dónde agarro? Wait. Uno, dos, tres. ¡Vamos! Chico. Wait a bit. Asfalto. Thank you.
He didn't just dry off. He was concerned that I don't have enough water, so he offered me water. And later, as I was on my way, I could saw him going back the same route again, and spoke to me and just was checking if I was alright. Nice guy. And in order to round the evening, I got stung by something that about 3 hours later gave me a lot of this. Extremely itchy, but at least it masked my rib pain. I found a campsite, but sadly was closed. And then after my today's experience, I decided who can deny access to an elderly sand rider, so I just rode in anyway. Home sweet home.